Now, those of you that have been onto the Nio stock or following Nio, you will know that 3 to 4 months ago, the Nio president and the Nio CEO came and said something very interesting, and they were right. I mean, this came after the Nio was being pressurized, or some of the people were asking the biggest question as to why is Nio creating their own MPV model, right? And Nio CEO and the president were very strict, or were highlighted something very interesting, and they say, look, rather than them going into MPVs, they are considering going, in fact they are going to launch large SUVs. They are going the route of large SUVs because they believe that large SUV, in terms of demand in China, it has got more than MPVs, which is why they ended up not launching the MPVs but the large SUVs. And right now, as I'm doing this video, Nio has got 2 large SUVs, or 6-seater, 7-seater large SUVs, namely the ES8 and the Onvo L90. These are the 2 models under Nio that are being sold right now as I'm doing this video. And to prove that what the Nio CEO has been saying, or what Nio's executives has been saying, coming to this large SUV market, they were right. They were right. I think those of people that were really pushing for MPV, I'm sure right now wherever they are, they can see that this move by Nio of going into large SUVs and not the MPVs, it worked, or it's working, and it is just a matter of time until you see almost everyone having large SUVs. I mean, as it stands right now, Li Auto has released a large SUV. We've got Ato with large SUV. We've got Leapmotor with large SUV. Xpeng is also preparing an SUV. Xiaomi is also preparing a large SUV. And Xpeng also is preparing a large SUV. This is because they see the demand that is currently there into China, and it is the reason behind why Nio has been doing so well. But if we are to go and look into this thing deeper in China, is that you will find out that as many people start earning more or start getting paid more money, they grow in terms of family, or their family becomes to be quite huge, and it's no longer enough, or it's no longer convenient to drive on a small car. They need a large car. And guess what? Nio, Li Auto, Onvo are some of the vehicles that obviously they will go and have a look at what they are offering, and the chances are they will go for Nio or Li Auto, because in terms of software, in terms of technology into these cars, not many large SUVs can come close and meet the kind of technology that you find onto the Nio cars. But anyways, this is what is happening. In fact, the reason why I decided to make this a video is because, look, the article that I'm showing you, which was published, by the way, 12th of November, where it highlighted this concept as to what is happening around Nio. They say building large cars, it's becoming a trend into the Chinese auto industry. From Li Auto 8, Nio ES8, Lidao, Onvo L90, a number of large cars with a length of over 5 meters have emerged and received positive market feedback. Behind this phenomenon lies the profound shift into China's cars consumption structure as residents' income level rise, family sizes expand, and replacement purchases become mainstream. Consumers are placing higher demand on overspace, comfort, and versatility. China's complete automotive industry chain provides support, whilst continuous technological breakthrough drive the process. So, people in China, or the consumer in China right now, they are prioritizing space in the car. They are prioritizing technology and all that. But this is the reason why you will find large SUVs performing better than, of course, normal cars, right? Because as income streams, or as income per household increases, families expand, and there are more kids adding to the family, and this result into large SUV being, of course, into demand, like what we are seeing right now. I mean, space, it is the also something that we hardly talk about, but it is very, very important into China. That is why if you have a look at some of these channels that talks about cars, right, you will notice that they speak also about space, your leg rest, your leg room in front. If you're sitting at the back seat, they are looking at such. And if the space is too tight, that can even lead into customers or consumers not buying your cars, or not buying uh, some of the cars that are available out there, being it SUV or sedan. The it's the same. These things are important, and if you don't innovate enough and don't create a bigger car enough, you unfortunately might end up losing or start losing sales or deliveries because of that. It is very important that when you are building a car in China, you look at all these aspects because they form part of consumers' decision if whether they should buy the car or the model or not. And if your car is spacious with high tech, built on good quality, then guess what? You are going to generate tons and tons of revenues from selling your cars. But if your car is not that spacious, it's not that big, then you'll find yourself sitting with an issue where you launch a car and it does not receive the demand that you anticipated, or which you anticipated, which is something that you must take cognizant of. And Nio, knowing very well that they've launched the L90 and the all new ES8, you and me can agree that we need not to worry about Nio when it comes to this large SUV market, because before Nio joined, I think there was Aito and Lip Motor that were selling. I think it's Aito selling the big cars or large SUVs, and they were doing so well. And Nio, it was very strategic for them to come and decide to go in heavy onto large SUVs and not consider the MPVs. This was a very, very good strategy by Nio, and I like it very, very much. But anyways, I don't want to make this video too long. Tell me what you think about this. Blue sky is coming, long term will win, and those that are persevering throughout the headwinds of the share price will be rewarded with time. Look, man, it does take me some time to create this kind of content, which is why I ask you to like, share, subscribe, hit or click that notification bell so that at least you can be notified by YouTube every time I drop a new one. I'll see you on the next one, my dear friends. That is all from me, and God bless you all.